Draft 8. Second seat behind DVLOT. Ratings are right there. Wood Workshop, super good. Sculpture Course, super good. Lil Stick. Stable Master, Plowmaker, Pattern. Archivist, you love Agricola, you've come to the right place. There is very frequent Agricola happening here. I think I just have to take Little Stick. It has by far the highest potential here. If I do end up using Little Stick, you lose the minor improvements. So, Equipper would be good. Sculpture Course feels pretty safe. It feels pretty safe. Wood Workshop really wants you to get, like, 2 clay in round 1. Something's wrong with my camera, Kappa. This pack is not very good. There was a junior artist that I didn't take. I don't know. You can't get me to take Consultant here. Pack 1 was too good to go Illusionist here. Wood Workshop wants Resource Hoarder. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Resource Hoarder in a long time. Maybe it is taken out. Alright, I don't like Driftnet Boat or Farm Building enough here, so it's like one of these 3. Recount's a little weak. Land Register feels kind of safe. Crop Rotation Field is free. J-Sipola, I don't have the E-Deck on the card command, unfortunately. But for everything else, you'd have to do exclam card, and then one word all lowercase. Not the most exciting start here, but we'll see what comes back around. The things that are coming around are not exciting. What grain have I seen so far? Have I seen any? I'm not sure I've seen any. This is not a bad pet grower situation. It's not a great one. Building Tycoon's kind of funny. Not really in a good way. Not super convinced I'll play Master Builder. It's definitely not a soldier game. Sculpture Course is not a soldier card. Draft 8 so fun. Look, when we get into the game, we'll all remember how it's definitely better. Aww. I'm eating my stone. Am I legit gonna take Supply Boat here over Bookmark and Petrified Wood? Well, sheep counting, is skipping the building queue a good thing? Definitely not always. Am I really taking Supply Boat? Also, fellow grazer or seatmate. Fellow grazer doesn't really feel great with Master Builder. Kind of implies no fields. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, fellow grazer Petrified Wood has the most synergy, I feel like. I could probably skip Supply Boat. Bookmark for these Ox? It's still Bookmark. Can I elaborate on the upside of Supply Boat? I like grain. And I dislike taking grain seeds. Junior Artist didn't come back. Not very surprising. I don't think I have enough grain here for Eternal Rye. Pattern Maker sounds interesting, but with what wood? My miners are probably not good enough to run Equipper here. Seatmate stand number 1 right here. It's usually cultivation you want to be a seatmate for. This slicer could be good, but I think the tongs are probably more consistent. And this is an illusionist hand. I can probably dump most of these. There are a few passing miners in this draft, not a ton, but, you know, hopefully we get past 1 or 2 and get to throw those away also. Yeah, just for, like, wood and or stone. You would have first picked the pattern. Sounds kind of aggressive. Soldier? The thing about Wall Builder is that I'm not super sure it ever makes the team. Soldier can be ridiculous. Usually you can dump the wood and stone into good things instead of soldier. But we'll see what happens. I think many of these cards might be illusions. Would love to go Reedstone into grain here, but not necessarily expecting it. I might open woodcutter. And then if DVLOT opens, or takes 2 wood, I can happily take 1 grain. I might be taking 1 grain anyway. Alright, Junior Artist. I didn't pass Tigtoad any traveling cards. Or day labor cards. So, if there is a first pick, good thing there. Sucks to be me. Okay, so firewood. Okay. Sad sculpture course. We did not get sacked. Not taking grain is really sad, but I don't think I'm getting Reedstone next round, even if I want it. So next round, I think I'm getting 2 Reed, 1 grain. Does Junior Artist change how I feel about Cottager? No, not at all. 1 read from James. Rip me. Oh, this is not a snap Reedstone. Which I suppose I should be thankful for. Start player's not bad this round with Bookmark. Because Bookmark playing Little Stick in round 5 sounds pretty nasty. Not getting the sculpture course down is really sad. I mean, it's my fault for not taking a grain last round. But I failed to even consider 1 read from James as a possibility. First pick Basket Carrier. It's not a Day Labor Ock, so this is just half patron until a hardware store shows up. Then it's definitely not half patron. Basket Carrier, good. I'm sad I do not have Equipper. If I start, I might not get 2 read because, well, no, it doesn't seem like James would have Childless here, but maybe I'm wrong. Equipper is a weird thing to play when you have Childless. Potter Ceramics for DVLOT. That is not good news. There was a Steam Machine in this draft, I assume in the same pack? Or DVLOT has something better than Steam Machine? It's not great news. Also, what am I doing here? DVLOT is opening 4 clay. James taking 1 read, not great for me. Am I supposed to take 1 read? Is this where I take my grain? The bookmark idea is dead, obviously. I'm just hoping I get Reedstone. I think I do. Get Wood Miner for James here. Is this going to be a miner that costs a read? It is. Well, okay, so I do have 2 read as an option, but Reedstone with Start Sculpture Course into another Reedstone looks a billion times better. Roughly. Tigtoad can take Fireplace here. DVLOT wants Oven, but Tigtoad takes 2 read. Only needing 1, but you know, can you get 1 is a question also. James goes ahead and fishes immediately. Wise move. House Steward. Okay. Okay. This is kind of dangerous because there's a risk you don't get to play Clay Oven unless you have something like Miller in your hand. Because if Tigtoad doesn't take Fireplace here, Tigtoad can Fireplace first action and then you don't have a major in stage 1. Yo! Brook sighting. Alright, that's not bad, I have to say. If this ends up being Fireplace Sheep, and I have to assume it is. Okay, I'm just wrong. What happens if someone travels on you, Tigtoad? Also, how do I want to react to this? We have a Clay Pit owner, first or second pick for James, before any clay cost things are built. Good value. DVLOT gets Oven and 3 wood. I mean, was it too greedy? James could have taken the 4 food, but I'm not actually in great position here, because DVLOT starting is bad for me. I guess I could minimize how bad it is for me. Am I actually playing Cottager here? Not basketing isn't the end of the world for them. I'm actually gonna... It's not quite the end of the world, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, so if I travel, take Toad has to day labor. James can start wood, clay. DVLOT can start, or Ock. There's a stable master floating somewhere. Alright, I don't really think I can justify traveling. That's like 1 stone. So I'm taking wood, or I'm playing cottager, because I don't think I should play little stick before I know when grow is. I could start myself. And I could just take clay, because no one else has a cookery. I didn't think I would be cookery here. But taking food out of the game seems good. DVLT's probably fed forever. Food above else. They definitely played it in a way that felt like they didn't calculate it out. So that's where the greedy feeling came from, but it did work. DVLOT now deciding what to do with this move. Expensive Ock is there. Start is there. Start into build, I just take cookery. If DVLOT doesn't start, I am building. 2-read probably goes to James, and DVLOT is risking getting really late in the room queue. Steam Machine just made it back around to DVLOT. That's like a 6th pick Steam Machine. Must be 2nd pick Potter Ceramics. Haven't seen James's first miner yet. Could be a few different things. Guest Room comes to mind. With some food support played early, and being willing to throw away a read to Driftnet boat. Lines up vaguely with Guest Room. Not taking traveling lines up less. It is early grow. Little stick is likely an illusion. I don't have to start yet. I could take 2 read, but I'm somewhat worried about this Stable Master showing up. And hey, if it's early grow, I want to have good feeding. I'm not sure who doesn't have good feeding here. I mean, I guess it's Tigtoad. I am letting James get 2 read here, which is unfortunate. Right, Wood Workshop. Cool. So the issue with starting to build the 3rd room is that I need to be able to stable block. Which means the minors I have to play are Clay Deposit and Recount. Even though that's not really what I want to be playing. I don't know, is James really going to start build? Or go for it? Should I have opened this round on 2 read? Then I lose fire. No. Okay, bit of a weird play here. How did I decide fireplace instead of hearth? I kind of wanted to make James's time harder to build a cookery, but... Or Tigtoad. I don't really know. I don't have a great explanation. Don't get the logic of having to stable block. Did I miscalculate? If I start now, I build, that forces DVLOT to grow. But if James takes start player instead of... I probably miscalculated. Whatever. Reedstone Food denies one of the reed from the rest of the table. Did I foresee getting 6 wood here? No. But I'm fine with it. Seven? Fair. Oh yeah, cool. Repook. Well, yeah, now the key is being able to double build before the next person can build. But we are in some danger of losing sheep. Thankfully, I don't really need the sheep. It would be nice. I mean, that's a big food action. Tig Toad is presumably hungry. DVLOT can just take a clay action. We don't need 10 food. We have 10 food at home. Stable master moment. Plowmaker. Okay. Another boat did come down, by the way. Single stable, always a little weird. DVLOT on Reedstone is very good for me. Means I have time to take these sheep. I don't want to know... Yeah, I mean, Tig Toad can cookery sheep if I don't take them here. It's gonna cookery anyway. Why is Clay Pit Owner good when other people play it? You think we have food tempo? It's possible that I have some food tempo. Well, yeah, I mean, overall Tig Toad has not set up food quickly enough. If you're just good, Clay Pit Owner is 7 clay, 7 food. Must be nice to be good at the game. Yes, I'm still throwing out stone here. We have a tongs. And Sculpture Course doesn't proc every round. There's only 3 more chances for it. Alright, so the worst case is that the 2 read actions get taken. 1-2 here. That's quite possible. Okay. I love this. I can't say anything except that I love the fact that this player has 3 boats. Any more boats? There's the traveling player's points one. Oh, yeah. That one. There's a peat barge? No, we're not talking about farmers here. Yeah, the minor improvement that adds traveling to the game if you're not playing 4-player. Such a stupid card. Studio Boat, that's it. Thanks, KLJ, I forgot the name. DVLOT is going to have room parts pretty soon. Stone Oven is calling. Interesting's one word for it. Tig Toad is now trying to figure out how they turn their stuff into food. And, I mean, they basically just have to fish here. As far as I can tell. But Boat Painter. That is a 5+ Ock, isn't it? I think Card might be able to pull it up. Yep. Alright, James now at 6 miners. If I'm DVLOT, the options are interesting here. I mean, you probably want to just build Stone Oven. Forest is a good move. And then Clay, Bake. Next round you get Stone Oven and 4 wood. A lot of the 5-player Ocks are strong. I mean, Boat Painter, not especially strong. It has its good games. Maybe Bottom Feeding pops off. Not really, in my experience. Alright, we do want one more room this game because of Master Builder. I think stables are a clear no, with 3 miners costing wood that I would like to play. Two stone instead of day labor here, because DVLOT's move is probably clay. It doesn't really matter what Tig Toad is doing, or at least the order of things for Tig Toad to do. DVLOT can either build or start first and grow before I grow to 4. I do get to grow. I will start player first action if DVLOT neither starts nor builds, but I would be pretty surprised if that was the case. Tig Toad's 2 stone will be for a BMW, surely. And Tig Toad does have a hearth now, so I guess Tig Toad's feeding is somewhat settled. Wildlife Reserve doing some explaining for the single stable. You can breed one type with a Wildlife Reserve and a single stable. With Tig Toad having room parts here, I mean, I think it's going to be a BMW still, but it's probably safer if I just don't guess. Reedstone for James. The reed is kind of tight. Well, getting to go second next round is fine. Do I want an Auk in 11? What would it even be? I need to play Illusionist soon, I think. I haven't decided enough about Master Builder and Fellow Grazer. I mean, Master Builder has to be right. I have to play that thing. I don't need to play Tongs immediately. Alright, the stone was not for a BMW. Interesting. Maybe it's less interesting than I think. I think it is bland. I think it is. So... I could Little Stick. It's just a very clear stone oven for DVLOT. Saving the last move for a steam machine proc, very nice. Oh, to have Potter Ceramics Firewood Steam Machine. My game is really not doing enough here. I'm currently thinking about my potential final farms. One of them is a 6-room box with a 9 pasture spaces box to hit Fellow Grazer for 4. With no plow or crop support in my hand, I think that's probably my best goal. Magic number of clay is 9. So, if I play Illusionist, I'm trashing Cottager, Little Stick, Soldier, Recount, Clay Deposit. Four clay and 4 wood both seem so good here. That's what I'm really pausing on. Okay, I've decided that I'll try to get fences in stage 4. Like 15 fences. Worry about room number 5 really late. My timer this game is going to be rough. And I think this is just my best shot here. But yeah, it buys me 1 action. I'm not sure it buys me more than that. And I'm going to argue that I want these minor improvements out and don't necessarily have other actions to play them on. Land register Stone Tongs Butter Churn. So that's what I was thinking. I mean, late game starts maybe is a good answer too. But if I'm ignoring fields, I need late game starts less. And I think passing wood to my opponents is bad in general, and also here. Unsurprising clay pit for DBLOT. Yeah, as good as my food is, it's not the best at this table. I'm not going to sculpt a wood, in case anyone's wondering. Tigtoad is just taking 2 sheep now to do something else first action. We'll see what it is. Hopefully it's not build. No one else can build. Right, and I'm probably adding a grow for someone else. You can build later, man! You're helping one person. And it's not you. You're thankful they didn't try to start? I mean, I guess. So the other thing about Little Stick is that I can decide to play it here. How many one-stable-only believers? Oh, so true. Alright, now I'm a little sticking. How bad was it for them to miss out on stage 1 basket carrier? Pretty bad. It would have been pretty bad. Me too, Bland. I'm sorry Nightbot shot you down. I support you. It's a nice pair of first picks. Those boar will not be breeding. Also, not sowing here is vaguely interesting. Mildly interesting. The amount of upset I am. I can still win this game. Maybe. I mean, I think DVLOT is ahead by a good bit, but... I mean, now I can consider building and growing next round. I thought I was fencing. I mean, if cows flip, maybe I should still fence. Yeah, 4 actions is enough. Wood, fence, illusionist, X. I'm still fed. I'm so mad that I don't have beer stall. Good ears, Cosmo. I failed to even notice at first. Six clay. Bro, don't you need wood? Bro, don't you need wood? Alright, nobody freaking needs wood, I guess. Cows didn't flip, but I'm fencing anyway. I'm well aware I need Reno parts. Maybe I do need a 5th action. Milking Parlor, less bad with Wood Workshop, Lumber Mill. Pottery, a good choice. No, not Happy Birthday song is not my birthday. This game has not been my birthday. Alright, DVLT making my decision easy. I was hoping by that DVLT would make the decision for me. Lazy mind here. I will take Reedstone. I think I'm probably sculpting away that stone. Imagine plowing. Stables? Oh, nice Master Fencer. Sea House to Troll. How many stables do I want? How long is it going to be till I'm fencing? I'll take some sheep breeding space. Master Fencer's E-deck, so that's why I hovered over, and probably why Cosmo didn't even... or asked instead of trying to punch in the command. Alright, I have my Ock coming in, and I haven't played Illusionist yet, so... that's what's happening. I didn't think this round 11 bookmark would be Illusionist, but here we are. DVLT better not take one sheep. I mean, if he does, then I grab 2 pigs. We're both happier this way. I don't think DVLT gets 2 pigs, though. Yeah, actually, that's a bit of a weird last move for DVLT. I mean, activating Potter Ceramics isn't weird, but... I don't think Illusionist is ever great. I will say that. I think it's sometimes playable, and this is one of those sometimes. Does Fat Stock Stretcher? And I don't think so. Because I don't think Salter converts the food. Yeah. Consolation prize for having a bad hand, pretty much. Having 5 actions makes this less bad. the timing of this less bad. Okay. We want to play the churn and the tongs. We kind of have time. 2 read. Actually, I don't need 2 read. Alright, what is the amount of resources I should be taking? I want 2 reed, 5 stone, and 3 clay. And 8 wood. This is still available. Nobody has stone. Okay. So 2 reed stones. Alright, this game is gonna be okay, I will declare. First move cow for the delivery nurse? You got it, dude. 3 wood over 2 pigs? Excuse me? I am upset. Gotta feed the master fencer. This definitely wasn't good enough. Legal moves. They're happening all over the place. Everyone is going to need to refresh very soon. Sivir's aware of some kind of visual bug that's about to happen, and I'm not. Alright, do I even bother playing stone tongs? I don't think I do. I think I just illusion as much stone as I need. Goodbye, cottager. Is that even a good idea? It's a little risky where the Reno queue is, but screw it. Take toe growing early. Every illusionist proc will get stuck for everyone else? Interesting. Oh, this is actually great news. No Reno parts there anymore? Yeah, maybe they fixed it. 3 clay Reno well would be fantastic. Should have really tossed clay deposit first. Alright, I'm actually going to take some time to order my cards in my hand. By likelihood of playing them. This is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. never mind on that idea. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nope. It's, it has not been fixed, Sivir. James on Reed Clay Food. Reed Clay Food? Is there a sleight of hand on their last miner? I'm not sure how else that move makes sense. Retraining. Well, Pottery's taken, which makes retraining hard to be worth more than a point. But it is a food for a point. Alright, I don't need clay. And so, the point of buying Fireplace instead of Hearth is, yeah, it made the renovation and or 5th room easier, whichever one I ended up spending a bunch of clay on. And I had very little food utility from Hearth. I also thought it might have had some blocking effects on the table, but that was not the case at all. I mean, maybe it does have a little effect here with DVLT not being able to afford... Well, no, James would have cheap Fireplace. I mean, saving 2 clay for later things is not ridiculous at all. And I do think that my need for cooking veg, pigs, and cows was not likely to be high this game. The Stable Master shows up. I have 2 moves. Forward. Then I'm all set to take 5 to start next round, and then fence. Does Tigtoad realize the beer stall thing? Surely they'll refresh and put the animal back in-house and then run it. Or do it in this order. Alright, DVLOT seems pretty likely to take the round 12 space, and then probably get 2 sheep second action. I guess I shouldn't throw Soldier off the team yet. I want 1 more Reedstone. I want to play Butter Churn, I think. It's a point and a couple food. I can't play an Ock first. I don't need to play my Ox yet, but if I want to play 3 Ox... I mean, Soldier can be like the second round 14 Ock, but I kind of need to play Fellow Grazer in 13. I'm going to say. It's Cultivation. Yeah, and I think I just have House Steward either way. I don't think anyone else is getting to 6 rooms. Alright, and here is where I am just going to totally ignore plowing. This will help my opponents somewhat. Do I need another wood action? The reason it matters is for Illusionist. I don't want to throw away for wood when I don't need the wood. I think I need 2 wood actions, so I don't Illusionist either, and I save Illusionist for stone. Or wood later. Pig Swill for Tig Toad. This is a bit of a gamble that they're not going to just fence 6. James is definitely on 2 wood here. I would think. DVLOT has wood stored up on firewood, but no way to access it. Unless there's a simple oven in hand. Is that possible? No, because I didn't see Repook, Potter Ceramics, or Firewood. I don't think. James is going to ignore 2 wood for now. It's a Plowmaker, yeah. Alright. Good. Fences, reedstone, stone, ock are all fine for me. James has BMW parts. Fencing now does basically give away the remainder of my plans. But I think that's okay. I've already signaled that I'm not plowing. Getting a reedstone would be huge. I don't think anyone else needs one. I mean, I guess DVLOT would like a reedstone. I will admit, this junior artist has been a lot better than I thought it would be. 3 fairly uncontested travelings. 3 ox. That's not great, though. That's like 6 food. Very delayed. In terms of food, okay, I'm happy with that. DVLT not taking Reedstone. Cool. Works for me. And I'm, at this point, hoping James doesn't open 2 pigs. And hoping that Tigtoad doesn't take single pig, though I suppose single pig is somewhat reasonable for them. Ooh, if I Ock, that does destroy Butterchurn. But I don't know, I think I could take a veg here, or a grain. I will sculpt a stone. I'm pretty close to fed. Yeah, like, I'm just running out of reasonable actions here, I think. That aren't Ock. Not as fun as taking stone to destroy Butterchurn. They both happen. It's a combo. Alright, so right now I'm at 17 food, but at least 1 for Master Builder. I can consider start tongs as like a second move. I do have an extra wood now, but it could also be soldier stuff. The extra wood. I mean, soldier is not unplayable right now. I really hope I get the pigs, but we'll see. Tigtoad and James are just pretty slow on wood here. DVLOT has not been fast either. Well, got to the tempo fences, got the stable master. DVLOT's doing okay. In terms of the Reno queue, being aggressive on stone should just be okay for me. Everyone knows how bad I am about calculating Reno queue, though. It's too bad Illusionist doesn't let you get bonus animals. Admittedly, it would be a little too good. I think James is more likely to urgent or 3 wood than pigs. Last minor improvement coming online. Oh, not last. It is a free wood, though. That cow is mildly concerning. If it's Animal Reeve, I can't really do much about it. To take cow instead of urgent is a surprise. DVLT has enough food. Alright, Tig Toad went for plow instead of stone. That's good for me. Also, the natural soldier is still available. James wheels Urgent Wish. Stone Reno crop would be a really nice round for me here. Uh, 15, 17, 19, 18. I only have to eat 1 point already. But the rest of my food for this game is 1 point. I think. Unless I play Soldier, in which case I probably need more. James still needs a veggie. Tig Toad and James could both use grain in some way, but James has a supply boat. So James gets more food by taking veggie on fishing. DVLT gonna start for a good cultivation, but I'm okay with it. Woodpile making its way around. Sounds like a free resource to me. Okay. I think this is going okay. I feel good about the position I'm in. We got here on a fairly interesting path. But we got to a semi-reasonable place. Definitely a feature. Here comes the pig swill fences for Tig Toad. Presumably fencing 11 tightish. Yep. I have 8 more house points coming in. I have land register coming in. And I have other moves. James is gonna buy a veggie on fishing. I approve. Here's a hearth for DVLOT. No Reno. Or maybe a late decision to Reno, but that 4 wood on firewood is pretty valuable as well. And maybe going for a Ren Fence sequence at the end of next round. Anyway, I can't say for sure what Tigtoad is doing, and I'm going to accept the fact that most people have Reno tuned up compared to where I do. So food count again, 16, 18, 19, 18. Oh no, I am fine even if I have to expensive Ox Soldier, so I don't need Reedstone food. I am just typing in game chat every time I'm using it as some kind of courtesy. Furniture carpenter? For -1 food? You can't use that unless someone has joinery. And I think I'm renoing Woodpile. Instead of Land Register. Earlier, you could use it multiple times in a harvest. That would definitely be a bug. Okay, so I could go Ock Crop. I could go Reno Ock. Petrified wood might be somewhere. But who has extra wood to turn into that stone? I'm feeling the Ock pressure. Alright, is Woodpile stupid? Woodpile's stupid. Woodpile is really stupid. Just play Land Register. And if I'm playing Land Register... do I do it here? What am I even doing first next round? Like, single cow? Alright, I'm not prioritizing soldier here. I'm gonna first move Ock Master Builder, second move Cow. Master Builder's 5 points. And possible defense. if DVLT was thinking about using this wood for a room. This has not been bad. It has exceeded my expectations. We have gotten exactly a well. And the resource tempo that has enabled some of this as well. It's basically reseller. Wait till it provides 2 more resources perfect for soldier. That's the dream. Yeah, the meme round for me is Master Builder, Wood, Stone, Stone, Soldier. 5-point soldier. 4 points for 5 moves. Or 5 points for 4 moves. I mean, how else am I getting 5 points? Cow grain is 4 points. Food is a point. I think soldier might have to be a 1-pointer. But if I fail to get, like, cow and grain, and ox seems uncontested, then we'll see what happens. There's also the joinery still there, but major minor is not super likely to stick around. DVLOT gets to open Ren Fence. Or, sorry, Plauso. I don't know why I said Ren Fence. Ren Fence is sometime in DVLOT's future. By renoing, I did take pressure off there. Cultivation would be a 2-point move for me. But I'm not doing it. Alright, so now I'm at 47. That feels significantly ahead of everyone else. DVLOT Ren Fencing is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. And I am still afraid of Animal Reeve. James going for the read ahead of Urgent. Not having to take a single food action for... I haven't taken a food action since round 6, right? And I grew here and here. Yeah, I took sheep at 5. 2, 4, 6. Something like 9, 13, 18. This is Animal Reef. Okay. Okay. '07 for our soldier. We tried. And now we get to try to get joinery and get blocked. It'll be great. Well, James ends up with urgent here, because we at least forced the issue. Okay, so I could try to get stone wood joinery, but that's like 3 points, and I could just get crop. And then other good things. You counted actions in round 12 and soldier seemed terrible, other than an out if I got majorly blocked on stuff. Fair. Yeah, calculating something I don't do a ton of in live play. I mean, yeah, that's definitely something I would do in async, or if I had more discipline right now, but I don't. I can go wood stables still. Maybe. I mean, James can build a stable. Does James have anything else to do? 2 sheep is a point, veg is a point. That seems more reliable than stable. Maybe. Is it all a moot point because DVLOT's out of moves? Reading 5 points to 51. I master build to 51. $52, but I need 2 food. Yeah, I didn't really expect to end this game with everything except fields, but I'm glad I did. 52. I breed none. Am I only true tying with DVLOT here? Where's DVLOT's last food? Uh-oh. Oh no, okay. As long as I feed, I'm winning. Okay. So 2 food is a point. That's the same as eating 2 sheep. I mean, I don't have a point move anywhere else, I think. take resources. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yep, I feel like I'm forgetting something somewhere. But I think this just wins. So that's good enough. So how am I supposed to win by 2? Thanks, Ace Spade. Animal Reeve is 2 points, breeding is 5. Land Register's already counting. Right? Yeah. Hey, DVLT, GG. One food short. Okay, yeah. Yeah, one food short. Take Toad should have won this game in an optimal world. Has beer stall. So I'm inclined to agree. Okay, so in Take Toad's position, I think I probably just take 3 wood instead of expensive Ock. James taking 1 read in round 1. Definitely a little odd. With no Childless, Animal Tamer's Apprentice. I mean, it was for a Driftnet boat. You don't get why people play junior artists with no combo? I mean, yeah, I like to think I usually advise against it. I mean, it did end up being like 6 food, but that is a slow 6 food. Yeah, it is worse than Wall Builder if you're just doing that. Little Stick did end up being good. Yeah, it was definitely... I would have loved it for it to be late growth, obviously. I would have loved late grow, but then I decided to... Well, things ended up being that it felt too much of a stretch to grow 3rd. Basket Carrier Beer Stall rushing 7 and 2, 8 and 2. 8 and 2. But yeah. And 8 and 2 is not super easy. 8 and 2 and also building in round 4. Not easy. But you can take single grain as your second move round 1 and give yourself time to play Basket Carrier later. Yes, easier without Junior Artist, exactly. And the quicker you get Beer Stall going with like 2 grain in the ground, the 6 food from Junior Artist is worth way less than just more beer stalls. Regardless, very nice to get a win here. Sculpture course was great. Little stick surprise happened. Didn't illusion as much as I thought in the endgame with Joinery and Soldier unavailable. But Fellow Grazer, Land Register, Master Builder, this is basically the layout I was hoping for. Having both crops and 10 animals is a bonus. That was more than I expected. Yeah, thanks, Heroic Logic. And, first move, woodcutter like a noob. $34, $35, $36, $37. I spent 37 wood this game. Hey, GG, Tigtoad. Woodcutter is gas in this meta. Let's not go that far. It's still like 2/3 of an informant. Yeah, 43 actions, 28 wood from the board, 10 from cards, 1 left over, 37. Firewood, that seemed pretty good. Made you regret passing woodcutter? I would have rather had that. I would have rather had that. And that, I mean, you can't take woodcutter when you have this. Yeah, cool. Found a way to spend 8 stone. 12 stone? I spent 12 stone. That usually wins. Successfully spending 12 stone. Yeah, to have a big stone house and the well while running Sculpture Course, that's not easy. Glad I managed to barely squeeze that in. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't fall for the woodpile trap. I would have been -1 move in round 14. And that move ended up being a point. Who needs, like, some games you don't need fields. Makes Agricola great. You don't always need to do everything.